Number 3 is here, this one, number 3. Okay, Li Ying, can you read number 3?
Okay, teacher. A four-letter code is to be formed using the letters from the word Perhati without repetition, such that the last letter is a consonant. Find the number of codes that can be formed.
Okay, my speaker, I cannot hear you, but never mind. You read means you know what is happening. A four-letter code is to be formed using the word Perhati without repetition, such that the last letter is consonant. Find the number of code. For question number 4, number 3, you provide 4 boxes, right? And you have to fill up the last one first. So how to fill up the last one? Consonant. Consonant means in Bahasa is what? Consonant also, right? So the consonant is P, R, H, and T. So altogether there are 4 consonants, and we can only fill in 4 ways. The last letter can be filled in 4 ways. Then after using up one letter for the one consonant for the last one, how many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 letters left. So here will be 6, 5, 4. Is that the case? Yes, 6, 5, 4. So after using one of the consonant, you have 6 letters left. So 6, then followed by 5, followed by 4. So total 480 ways. Okay, can you read this one here? Example number 4. This read this one, number 4. Okay, never mind. Since I cannot hear, then I read. Find the number of 5-digit numbers that can be formed using the digit 1, 3, 5, 6, and 8 without repetition if the first 2 digits are prime. So now there's a condition. The first 2 digit means you have to fill up the first 2 boxes first. These 2 you have to fill up first. Okay, then after that, the other numbers you fill up later, right? So now, first 2 letters. Okay, now first prime number. So the prime numbers, they are 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So in order to fill up the first place, you can either use 3 or 5. So how many ways of filling up the first place? 2 ways. 2 ways. Then the second place must also be a prime number. So the second place must be a prime number. It means that it's either 3 or 5 lah, but you cannot have 2 ways because the first prime number is used up. You are only left with one more prime number. Okay, one more prime number here. If you use 3 in the first place, then you can use 5 in the second place. Right? Then you may ask me, hey, how about I use 5 in the first place? So if you use 5 in the first place, then the second one is still one way. You have to fill up with the number 3. So we don't care what is the exact number that is used here. We are interested in how many ways to fill up the first box. 2 ways. After using up one number, how many ways of filling up the second box? Only one way, because one prime number left. Okay, so after filling up the first 2 boxes, how many numbers are left? 1, 2,
3.
3. 3 numbers left. After using 2 numbers, we have 3 numbers left. So this one will be 3 lah. Then here will be 2. Then here will be 1. Okay, so the last 3 places, we have three numbers left, so it will be 3, 2, and 1. So correct, 3, 2, and 1. So you multiply all these numbers together, 2 times 1 times 3 times 2 times 1. Answer is 12. 12. Okay, right. The second question. So the second question here is, here, this one is 5. Okay, now because I something wrong with my speaker, I cannot hear you. If you have questions, you put up your hand, then you type the question in the chat. I cannot hear, so you type in the chat, then I will answer you verbally. Right? Your question you can type in the chat. Okay, right. Question number 5. How many 6-digit even numbers that begin with an even digit can be formed using the digit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? Now, in this question, there are two conditions. Two conditions. The first condition is it must be an even number. Okay, how do I know it must be an even number? It's here. 6-digit even number. Okay, so the first condition is it must be an even number. The second condition is begin with an even digit. So although there is only one sentence, only one sentence, but there are two conditions there. First condition must be an even number. Second condition must begin with an even digit. So which are the two special boxes that we have to fill up first? So the first one is this box here. Okay, you have to fill up the last digit to ensure that it is an even number. Then you have to fill up the first place to ensure that it begins with an even number, right? So there are two conditions there. Okay, okay, right. So now I try to fill up the last place. How many ways of filling up the last place? 3 ways. Why 3 ways? Because there are 3 even numbers, 2, 4, and 6. Any of these 3 numbers can go into the last place. So there are 3 ways of you filling up the last digit. Then we try to fill up the first digit, and the first digit also wants an even number. But we have already used up one even number. So there are only 2 even numbers left. Okay, so 2, we write 2 ways here. Now what I've written here, 246 and 24, is just an example. It is not necessary that this has to be 4 and 6, right? If you have fill up 2 here, then this will be 4 and 6 lah. If you fill up 4 here, then this will be 2 and 6. Well, anyway also, the number of ways of filling up the second box, the box in front, there are 2 ways, right? After you use up 1, 2 left, 2 ways. Okay, right. Then how to fill up the other 4 places here? So after using up 2 numbers, you have 4 numbers left. After using 1 number in front, 1 number at the back, you only have 4 numbers left. So because there's no repetition, so you put down 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, don't worry about this one. This is just an example. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you multiply out all these numbers, it is 144. So any question? No question, you put like that. Got question, you put like that. Then you type your question there.